Hello, and welcome to a series where I look at society from a slightly different angle and contrast some of the parallels that are so easily hidden in plain sight. Power is the ability to get others to do what you want. You either gain power over others by having something they want, wealth, knowledge, etc., or coercing them under threat of force, either duress or laws, for example. Now, most people have nothing against a degree of inequality. It is the price we pay for a well-functioning society. To put it another way, it is the power individuals relinquish to follow the social order. What people have issue with is excessive wealth inequality, which equates to large power inequality. When this is the case, their subconscious will rightly nag them that something is not right, and the price they are paying to be part of this social order is showing no returns. Recently there has been a shift towards desiring more wealth redistribution as a counterweight to the ever-growing inequality seen throughout the world. This has led to a polarization between those seeking social change and those defending the status quo. Those who have the power, either through wealth or coercion, often don't believe that they are the problem. After all, they attain their power through mostly acceptable social norms and are operating within the boundaries and laws of the social system of the time. They often also consider themselves and others with similar power as crucial to the social order and the upkeep of society. And they are not the only ones. Looking back at popular uprising, there was often a significant part of the population from every stratum of society willing to fight and die to maintain the old order, even if it was seemingly against their own interest. It may seem quaint looking back in hindsight, but these people at the time honestly believed in the old social order, and thought that change would lead to a worse future for them and their families, which was often the truth in the short term. It has to be remembered that those in power were an integral part of the systems they helped create. In the time of guilds, kings, nobles, and the all-powerful religious institutions, a life without these key players did have an obvious immediate drawbacks. Change is always risky, and inevitably there will be some difficulty, no matter the good intentions. But let one thing be crystal clear: regardless of the prevailing legal and social laws and norms, all people have an innate sense of when the power they are willing to relinquish is not being used in their interest. If people don't see enough return for their surrendered power, they will agitate. It doesn't matter how much commoners' living standards have improved in the past, or how well they are doing now. It is a subconscious weighting of how much power others have compared to themselves. And if those in power are using this additional power, wealth, in society's interests, to continuously improve the lives of everyone. The ideas of ownership, payment, laws, and rights are all fluid concepts which have changed dramatically throughout time. But this subconscious weighting of how much power people have in comparison to one another remains constant. Today's excessively large and growing inequality in wealth is the modern form of power inequality. This is the part that is missed by much of today's analysis. This feeling is subconscious. Envy, like all emotions, can go to extremes, but at its base lies a clear biological purpose. It does not work on absolutes, but on a relative scale. Given that our core desire is to want to increase our ability to impact the world around us, crudely also called power, any large disparity between individuals that is not clearly showing any direct return will lead to unease. And rightly so. Why should one person have such an excessive amount of power? Wealth is just one form, over others, if it is not used for the common good. As this scale is relative, it doesn't matter the level that one side or the other finds itself on. It is the difference that matters. The subconscious cares little for black and white, such as laws or ideas or what is earned or not. It judges based on an overview and cumulative inputs to feel what is right and wrong, which, quite frankly, often makes it a much better judge in the end than our logical mind. In 100 years' time, will the people wonder exactly why we tolerated or thought we needed the ultra-wealthy, who so clearly only use everyone's wealth to further their own aims, much like the kings and nobles of old? For more information regarding individual ideas stated here, go check out my other videos. Till next time, take care and all the best.